I take back what I said about the electric tower being one of the most useless stands of JoJo. Cheap Trick is... oh my. To think a stand would actively... your own stand would actively try to kill your ass. I've seen a lot of useless stands, but this shit, this shit, you're telling me that this stand's whole fucking purpose is to whisper to you, just continuously make you sick and tired of hearing it, and then when you try to get rid of it and someone sees your back where it's at, it kills you, it transfers over to the next person. So, this stand's power is just to be a dick. That's what this power is. As you can see, I'm in just utter shock. Like, I thought the fucking electric tower, just trapping its stand user in a space was just evil. But this... I can't imagine. Now we understand how the poor guy, why he didn't want to show his back. And if you really think about everything, that poor guy, he got killed by Rohan. He straight up got killed by Rohan. I mean, the guy didn't willingly show his back, too. I mean, think about this. Like, just really think about it, okay? The poor guy, the architect that had, the stand on his back that was his stand originally, this poor man was trying to hide his back. He couldn't really understand what was going on, but he just didn't want to show his back. And Rohan tricks this man, and then finally sees his back, and then the man dies. So Rohan pretty much killed this man. He literally killed this man. And I'm like, yo, this man's savage. He just killed this poor innocent man. I mean, like, Rohan. Like, you realize what's going through your mind right now, how the stand is annoying the fuck out of you, how it wants you to burn the pictures and to have someone see your back. You pretty much killed the man before you, like, and yeah, you have to probably feel pretty shitty right now. You probably have to feel pretty fucking shitty. So yeah, Rohan, as a character, still best boy though. Yeah, that man's best boy. He was doing them, like, dance moves, dude. Like, he was doing that thriller shit. Like, someone posted, like, okay. I posted it on my Twitter, but someone, I don't know who, but someone made a gif of seeing Rohan dancing. He was fucking dancing with the stand on his back, Cheap Trick. He was just dancing with, like, the Thriller song. And I'm like, yeah, it's so fucking good. Like, seriously, you can go to my Twitter and you can see it. You just see it. It's called, like, it's the link I sent. It's my latest tweet. You can see it there, and it's fucking hilarious just seeing this, like, dancing from freaking Rohan with the stand on it. It's, like, Thriller. It literally is the song Thriller. So, yeah, besides that, though, Rohan having this stuck to his back, that's not good. That's not good. So, how would he go about removing this? I guess the only way I could see him getting rid of it would be Heaven's Door. I mean, if you think about it, Heaven's Door is kind of a broken stand ability. It is. And we know if he was to use it against, the stand, since he was using it against himself, maybe he might be able to do something with that, because the way it activated in this episode, he tried to use Heaven's Door on the stand, Cheap Trick, and then it started working. Maybe he might be able to write on that stand or something and say, you can't attack me, you can't talk to me, or, you'll disappear or something. He'll say something and write it on the stand, and maybe it'll, completely end up being gone. I don't know. I mean, that's the only possibility I see at this time, because, I mean, it's not like you can have someone remove it from his fucking back. I mean, think about this. If it was to remove from his back, he would die, and the stand is pretty much him if we understand what the stand said in this episode. So if the stand is his stand just attached to him, that means if the damage is done to that stand, it reflects onto him. So it's not like you can beat the shit out of the stand to make it disappear. You're just hurting Rohan. So he's in a bad spot. So the only way I see him getting out of this is possibly Heaven's Door, or something else is going to have to happen. I don't know right now, but that's my only explanation of how Rohan could possibly get out of this situation. Now, besides that, however, let's talk about the Josuke and Yuya situation. So, Yuya, as a character, surprised me. He really really surprised me. I did not think this character that had the sniffing ability, has a good sense of, smell, would be this important. At the very least to this arc. And, actually showcase how good he was as a person, and just how respectable he is. I really like his character. I mean, I didn't think I would like Yuya at all. Honestly, I didn't even remember the man's name until after I watched this episode, because that's just how little I cared for him in general. But now, seeing him display what he did in this episode, I have a lot of respect for him. I do. And what he did in this episode, I commend him for. He did a good job with saving Josuke. I mean, he went down like a badass. He turned into paper, he pulled Josuke out, and Josuke's fist came out of fucking paper, punched that man straight in the face. That was badass, by the way. But Yuya, I'm glad you didn't run like a little bitch, and you actually came back, saved Josuke, and you chased down the man to save him. I respect that quite a bit. And after seeing him display this sense of honor and trying to save someone, I hope he becomes a reoccurring character, because I hope he's not one of those characters that's just a minor character and he won't be shown for the rest of the series, because he has a cool stand. I mean, his stand ability is pretty cool. I like his design. It would be a waste of a design to just cut him here and not have him back. I mean, if there's one thing I could, commend on Yuya as a character, it would be his design. His design looks badass. I love his design. And I hope he's not wasted as a character, because, I mean, I hope he's just not used for this minor arc, if it's not used against, the fight against Kira. For instance, the final fight, I hope he does continue to be, part of the group. I mean, he might die, but I would like to see him at the very least continue on with the main cast. So yeah, Yuya, good shit, what you did. I mean, the way you were trying to hide back your fear, you're trying to go into the car, trying to be, cautious and all that, that was some smart stuff. That was some Josuke stuff we saw from this man. So, yeah, I like Yuya. I really do. I hope we get more of him. I liked his characterization of this episode, and I hope this is not the last time we see him. So, let's talk about the paper stand. The stand that could turn anything into paper. On paper, no pun intended, it's a very basic stand that isn't overall powerful. It isn't something that is broken, so to say, is heaven's door. But, as always when it comes to JoJo, it's usually the stands that doesn't sound broken, but they are broken. For instance, this. This right here, this stand is powerful in the right hands, and depending on if someone knows about the ability or not. See, if someone shows signs of fear, even the strongest people probably show signs of fear or worry. And if no one knew about how this stand worked, and this man could come up and make you have fear, be scared or something, he could easily trap you in a piece of paper. So this stand, incredibly OP in the right hands, depending on who is using it and what tactics you use. I mean, it doesn't sound as strong as something like, Zawaldo, or, Star Platinum and stuff like that, but it's powerful because usually majority of people will have fear some point in their life. They'll be scared or have fear. And if this man could hide his ability, but, sneak in and steal someone and turn them into a piece of paper, this man could be really powerful. And I'm just surprised how, once again, another stand that doesn't sound broken is kind of broken. And that's what the stand is. So, I like the stand designs that we've been getting apart for JoJo. A lot of them are pretty freaking crazy and strong, but they're so unique because it's something you wouldn't expect to be powerful or something like that. I mean, it's one of my main reasons why I like One Piece. You get to see different type of devil fruit powers, and these stand powers we get constantly that are very different from the last, I enjoy seeing that. It's very interesting because you don't know what to really expect when the next stand user pops up. You don't know if they're going to have some form of, fire manipulation type of ability, or they're going to have something where beds will come and kill you. I'm not even joking. I could see something like that. Maybe a stand user bringing beds to life, and then the beds are trying to fucking kill your ass because you try to sleep on them. I mean, I'm serious. I'm not even shitting you. I'm willing to bet you something like that will probably happen. Maybe not beds, but something. Some object might come to life and try to kill you. I am seriously not joking. I'm willing to bet you there probably is something that's already happened like that in JoJo. There's 7 or 8 parts of JoJo. This is part 4. It's bound to happen. There has to be a Stan that has done something like that, because for a Stan to try to kill your ass because seeing its back, to a Stan that's a freaking electric tower, I mean, there has to be a Stan that, you know, brings objects back to life to try to kill you. I mean, yeah, there has to be, like a bed. So, yeah, overall, this episode, relatively enjoyable. But one of the things I need to talk about before I end this video is that what Josuke did to the poor boy, kind of cruel. It's really cruel. I mean, the poor guy gets turned into a book. And I don't think I really need to explain why that's tragic as fuck, because just imagine if you all, right now, you're living your life, yes, you started some problems, you're doing some crusty shit, you're attacking people, attacking Josuke, but all of a sudden, your punishment wasn't getting your face beat in, wasn't getting broken, but you got turned into a book, and you were stuck like that until, I'm assuming, the book finally deteriorated. You realize how long that takes, and how bored you would be, and just what you couldn't do anymore? I mean, that's a fate worse than death. That seriously is. That's a fate worse than death. Being a book that can't even move or communicate to people. Some say they can kind of hear whispers or a voice, but they really don't know what's being said. So the man's pretty much talking to himself. That's in the book. So I kind of feel bad. I feel really bad because this fate is really cruel. It's something that you would see a final villain get as a fate. Not someone that's a minor villain throughout JoJo. I mean, think about this. This poor guy, he got sentenced to a fate worse than death. I mean, death would have been a kindness compared to what he has right now. So, if there's one thing we have learned from this episode is, you don't fuck with the JoJo parents. You don't fuck with Josuke's mother or anything like that. You do, you're gonna get fucked up. So, damn. Anyways, let me know your thoughts in the comments below. You all have a wonderful day or night wherever you live. Please be safe. Chibi out.